Hello everyone, welcome to channel M Sandhu. In this session I will be taking you through the topic reproduction in animals, which would cover chapter 9 of class 8 science NCERT concepts. And if you are not a teenager, then please skip this video because this content is not designed for small kids. Reproduction or procreation or breeding is the biological process by which new individual organism offsprings are produced from their parents. Reproduction is a fundamental feature of all non-life. Each individual organism exists as the result of reproduction. To phrase it in simple words, we can say reproduction is the biological process through which new organisms or offsprings are produced by their parents or parent. All living organisms have the ability to reproduce. Reproduction is important because without it, life would come to an end. So as to bring a new life into existence, animals need to reproduce. Reproduction ensures the continuation of species for generation. Reproduction can be broadly categorized into two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. When only one parent is involved in reproduction, that type of reproduction is known as asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, offsprings are a copy of their parents, and we can see asexual reproduction in just fewer number of organisms, and it completes in a short period of time. The example of this type of reproductions are Hydra and amoeba. When rather than one, two parents are involved in reproduction, that type of reproduction is known as sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, offspring is similar but not a copy of their parent, and it can be seen in a vast majority of organisms. It completes in a couple of weeks or months. The example of sexual reproduction are humans, frogs, and monkeys. Firstly, let's discuss sexual reproduction in detail. When an offspring is produced from a single parent, that reproduction is known as asexual reproduction, and there are two types of asexual reproduction further. First one is budding and second one is binary fission. Coming to budding, budding is when the parent organism form one or more bulbs, that is known as bud, and when the bud grows, they develop by obtaining nutrition while attached to the parent, and when the bud develops fully, it breaks away from the parent organism and it forms an independent and identical organism. So when an independent and identical organism formed by developing a bud, that type of reproduction is known as budding. Next is binary fission. In binary fission, the nucleus of parent organism divides into two nuclei. What is the nucleus? Nucleus is the central part of amoeba. When the nucleus divides into two nuclei, the cytoplasm as well divides into two cytoplasms. What is cytoplasm? It is a liquid which surrounds the nucleus in amoeba. The cytoplasm also divides into two cytoplasms, and again the two new identical organisms would be formed, and this type of asexual reproduction is known as binary fission. Now coming to sexual reproduction, when an offspring is produced after intercourse of two parents, that is a male and a female. There are four stages in sexual reproduction. First one is production of gametes. Second one is fertilization. Third is development of embryo, and fourth one is birth of offspring. Sexual reproduction happens in some plants, animals, and humans. We will be going into details of each stage in this unit in upcoming slides. Let's start with very first one, production of gametes. Sexual reproduction starts with production of male and female gametes. Gametes are the reproductive single cell of an organism. Male gametes are called sperm and female gametes are known as ova, or we can say single one is known as ovum. Gametes are produced in reproductive organs of organism. We can see male gametes sperm in diagram and female gamete ova in also diagram. The second step of sexual reproduction is fertilization. After the first step, the production of gametes, the male and female gametes fuse together. After production of gametes, and this process is known as fertilization. The nucleus of the sperm and that of the ovum fuse together to form a single cell fertilized egg, and that egg is known as zygote. And this zygote contains the genetic information of mother as well as the father. This is why offspring inherit some characteristic from their mother and some from their father. There are two types of fertilization possible during sexual reproduction. First one is internal fertilization. When fusion of gametes occurs inside the organism, that type of fertilization is known as internal fertilization. And we can see internal fertilization in humans, birds, dogs, hens and some aquatic animals also. Next one is external fertilization. When fusion of gametes occurs outside the organism, and this type of fertilization is known as external fertilization. We can see external fertilization in frogs, starfish and silkworm also. The third stage of sexual reproduction is development of embryo. Once the zygote is formed, it divides into a ball of cells and forms an embryo. This stage can vary in duration depending on the organism. A human takes approximately 9 months to produce the offspring, whereas a hen produces the offspring in 3 weeks only. In some organisms, the embryo develops inside the body, normally in females, while in other organisms the embryo develops outside the body. Based on this, organisms can be classified as viviparous and oviparous. Viviparous, in which offspring develop inside the body, that type of organisms are known as viviparous. Vivi means alive and parous means to give birth, and viviparous organisms undergoes only internal fertilization. The example of these type of organisms are humans, dogs, cats and whales. Oviparous means ovi means egg and parous means to give birth. In oviparous organisms, the offspring develops outside the body and they undergo internal or external fertilization. The example of oviparous animals are fish, frogs, hens and silkworms. The final stage of sexual reproduction is the birth of offspring. Once the development of embryo is complete, the offspring is born or hatched depending on whether the embryo develops inside the mother or outside. As we have earlier discussed, in viviparous organisms the embryo develops inside the body, so the mother gives birth, and in oviparous organisms the embryo develops outside the body, so the mother lays an egg and egg hatches. Example of oviparous organisms are hens, frogs and lizards, and example of viviparous organisms are humans, dogs and monkeys. Once the offspring is born, sexual reproduction is complete. Next is metamorphosis. Once an organism gives birth to an offspring, it develops into an adult. In most animals, the offspring resembles the parents. However, in some animals such as frogs, silkworm and butterflies, the offspring looks very different from their parents and undergo a series of change to eventually resemble them. This series of change is known as metamorphosis. Meta means change and morph means form. So let's have a detailed analysis of metamorphosis by life cycle of frog. The life cycle of a frog have 4 stages: stage 1, 2, 3 and 4. In first stage, external fertilization of egg occurs in water and the cells in the zygote divides. In second stage, the tadpole, and tadpole are also known as larva. the tadpole has gills, a mouth and a tail, and it feeds on vegetation and starts developing limbs. In third stage, the tadpole develops into a froglet. The limbs of froglet develops and the tail starts to shrink. The lungs would be formed. In last and fourth stage, at approximately 12 weeks, the adult frog is developed and it breathes through their lungs, and a frog has 4 limbs. Now let's discuss all the 4 stages of sexual reproduction in humans. First stage is production of gametes, and we would discuss the production of gametes in male reproductive organs and female reproductive organs. The male reproductive organ produces the male gametes and it is known as sperm. The organ of male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, 2 sperm ducts and a penis. Testes of male reproductive organ produce million of sperms, and sperm ducts transport sperm from testes to penis, and last penis transfers sperms into female uterus. Now the question arises, what is the sperm? The sperm measures approximately 50 micrometer in length. It is divided into 3 parts: head, middle piece and tail. Head contains the nucleus which stores the chromosomes. Middle piece which produces energy to help the sperm swim long distances, and the tail beats to help the sperm cell swim towards an egg cell. Now coming to female reproductive organ, the female reproductive organ produces the female gametes known as ovum. The organ consists of a pair of ovaries, 2 oviducts and a uterus. The ovary produces the ovum or ova. A single ovum is released into an oviduct once in a month. It is when the fertilization takes place. The uterus is the site for the development of a baby. Now coming to ovum, the ovum is a spherical cell with only 1 egg being released every month. The human ovum is approximately 0.1 millimeter in size. Now here comes a surprise question for you all. What are the gametes produced by male reproductive organ and female reproductive organs are known as? You have to comment your answer in the comment section. Now 3 more stages are left for reproduction in humans. Second one is fertilization in humans. Third one is development of embryo, and last one is birth of the offspring. In fertilization in humans, after the production of gametes, internal fertilization takes place. The sperm fertilizes the ovum into the oviduct to form a zygote. The ovum is released from the ovary into the oviduct once in a month. Millions of sperm transfer into the uterus through the penis. The sperm moves to the oviduct where fertilization of the egg occurs. One of the millions of sperm fuses with the ovum to form a zygote. Now, development of embryo. The zygote travels along the oviduct and it divides into a ball of cells which implant into the wall of uterus to form the embryo. The zygote when divided into ball of cells and travels along the oviduct and into the uterus, and then it attaches to or implants into the wall of uterus and forms the embryo. Now coming to the birth of the offspring. When the embryo develops in the different body parts and is now referred to a fetus, the female gives birth to a baby. When the embryo develops different body parts, once all body parts have developed, it is referred to as a fetus. Once the development of fetus is completed, the female gives birth to an offspring. Now let's have a glance on the keywords of this chapter. First one is reproduction. Reproduction is the biological process by which new organisms or offsprings are produced by their parent or parents. Now reproduction is broadly categorized into 2 categories. First one was asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means this is a method of reproduction where an offspring is produced from a single parent. And in sexual reproduction, a method of reproduction where an offspring is produced from the 2 parents. Now gametes. Gametes are the reproductive single cell of an organism. What is fertilization? Fertilization is the fusion of a male gamete and a female gamete. Zygote. Zygote are the fertilized ovum. Now organisms are again divided into 2 types: oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous are the animals that lay eggs and viviparous are the animals that do not lay eggs. Embryo, the ball of the cell that attaches or implants into the wall of the uterus. Fetus, an unborn offspring that has developed all its body part is known as fetus. So here are the keywords of this chapter, and if you have any confusion in this chapter you can comment in the comment section. You can ask me the questions. For more knowledgeable and educational videos, please like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel M Sandhu. Thank you.